Hello there. In this lesson I'm going to show you how you can use one of our 3D printable fonts, a Harrington font, so that you can create a very simple earring or pendant. Um, we're going to use connectors for this, and depending upon whether or not you want to create an earring, you might use a 2mm diameter hole, or whether you want to create a pendant, you might use a 3 or 4mm diameter hole. That's pretty much the only difference between the two. So first of all, what we're going to do is to choose the alphabet Harrington font, and we're going to create an earring just based on the character A. So we just drag and drop that onto the workspace. Just move that out of the way slightly, and so if we're going to make it into an earring, we might want to change the thickness of this. So this font is made up of a curve at the moment, and if I just delete the bevel object, you can see the basic curve that this is made up of. And if we just go into edit mode with the tab key on the keyboard, you can see how the font is built up. So I've just pressed tab again to return to normal mode. So bevel object here, I can change the thickness of this object. So at the moment that's 1 by 1. It was originally 1 by 2, so that's 2mm thick. You might want to do something like that for a pendant, or even make it 1 by 3. Choice is yours. So we're going to make a simple earring here, so I'm just going to use 1 by 1. So that's cross section is 1mm by 1mm. So there's my basic thickness added to my letter A. And if I just view that from the top now, so there's my letter A. What I want to do now is to add a connector to this, and we can do that in Fluid Designer by going to File and Append. And I just need to go up through the menu system, and I need to look for 3D template connectors. And because we're going to make an earring, I'm going to use the wire connector with a 2mm diameter hole. Say if you were making a pendant, you might want to use something like a 4mm diameter hole. And I need to choose the object and wire connector 2mm diameter hole and append that from the library. So I now just want to move that object down a bit, and if I just scroll on the mouse key and just zoom in, I might want to just delete a couple of control points here, just make this connector a little bit shorter. Okay, and I'm going to rotate my letter A now. I'm going to rotate it around the Z-axis 180 degrees. I know it's upside down, but when we go to Shapeways, their system works that way round, so it's useful in terms of getting a rendered image of the final object at Shapeways. So I'm just zooming in here to just check that my connector is fitting on the inside of my letter A, which is, it looks okay. So all I need to do now is to hold down the shift key and join the two objects together. So highlighted both objects now, and if I just go to Tools, Object Tools and Join, my connector takes on the same properties as my letter A, and that's now in a 3D, well, more or less a 3D printable format. All I need to do to print that is to go to File and export it as an OBJ file, and then import it into Netfab Basic. So I'll do that. I'll just export it to the desktop. So it's Harrington font, just letter A. So export the object to the desktop, and if I start, should have done this before really, start up Netfab and just put it on my screen there, and if I just go to Project and open from the desktop the Harrington font, you'll see that it gives an error message, but that's not so bad. We'll just click on the repair icon here and run the automatic repair and apply the repair, and any issues that there were with that item, Netfab has now repaired it. So there's your 3D printable character letter A which could be used as an earring. Okay, so that's it. That's all there is. You just upload it to Shapeways or whichever your company is and get it 3D printed. Thank you.